Pranams.
Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam Mataji.
Pranams, Shriman. You all devotees. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bhagavan, the dust of the lotus feet of Bhagavan. Living entities. In all ways and means, physically, spiritually, how he's doing Poshana. So auspicious topics. Uttama shloka. Ka uttama shloka guṇānuvarṇana. So, Bhagavan. This is all how Bhagavan has entered into each and every atom to sustain us. That's why he's called the Bharta. He's the maintainer, he's the sustainer. Every atom physically is sustaining us. And he's all pervading too. Aham sarvasya prabhu matta sarvam pravartate. We are sitting in the lap of Bhagavan. So we are hearing about the Lord. The hearing process, the Shravanam this is the only thing that is required actually. For a sleeping soul to wake up. The alarm is the only alarm that's required. Sometimes the alarm is also not enough. Physically, somebody has to come, wake up, shake up, pour a bucket of water. Shravanam. This is the purpose of Shravanam. Shravanam has to get to the stage of Mananam. Shravanam of Bhagavan to Mananam of Bhagavan. Smaranam of Bhagavan. Every day, Shravanam of Bhagavan to a point of Smaranam of Bhagavan. Because yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatya ante kalevaram. Tam evaiti kaunteya sadatat bhava bhavita. Yam vapi smaran bhavam smaran. Our Shravanam has to get to this smarana. Shravanam, Mananam, Smaranam. So, all the Shravanam about Bhagavan, Krishna Katha about Bhagavan, is to place us with the nāma. Bhagavan in the nāma. All these files. The Krishna Katha is like different files, different pages. Different pages in Srimad Bhagavatam, different files. Krishna Katha is like different files. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and everything that is speaking about Bhagavan. They are all like different files. All the files in one folder. That's Krishna, the nāma. So all this Krishna Katha is meant to bring us to the nāma. Krishna Katha, Krishna Seva is meant to bring us to the nāma. Manmana bhava. To bring Krishna into our bhavana. Bringing Krishna into bhavana in the age of Kali Yuga is Kali Kala, nāma rūpa Krishna avatar. Ataeva nāma mātra. Jagat delivers the whole world, delivers the whole being, our whole being, the nāma. ataeva nāma mātra vaiṣṇavera dharma nāme prasphuṭita hoye rūpa guṇa karma. Srila Bhakti Vinoda Thakur says that Vaishnava dharma means nāma. Vaishnava dharma means nāma. Means Vaishnavas means their dharma is nāma. Like the dharma of the fire is to burn, dharma of the water is to wet. Dharma of the Vaishnava is nāma. To be in the nāma, to be with the nāma. Ataeva nāma mātra vaiṣṇavera dharma. All the angas of Bhakti are in the portal of entry is the nāma. Because nāme prasphuṭita hoile rūpa guṇa karma. In the nāma is the rūpa, is the guṇa, is the karma or lila of Bhagavan. So is all my hearing, the Shravanam about Bhagavan, and the karma for Bhagavan, which is seva. Is it all getting me closer to the nāma, to a point? Nāme prasphuṭita hoye rūpa guṇa karma. Nāma revealing rūpa guṇa karma. Is it heading that way? That is something we want to remember. Remember every day, because we are in this mortal frame. Expiry date is not too long. These bodies, mortal frames, they are degenerating. They're slowly falling apart. Before this mortal frame falls apart completely, and before we quit this mortal frame, our are we fully blossomed in our spiritual frame within? That's the mission of our life. That is our purpose, everyday purpose. As this mortal frame is disintegrating, is my spiritual frame. Is evolving. That should be the purpose. That should be the purpose. You know, the spiritual body, now we are all in the stage of Shravanam, hearing. We are in the stage of Shravanam. We are hearing. But when this Shravanam is happening with a Sharanagati Bhava, then it takes us to Varana Dasa. Right now is Shravana Dasa. We are not sure if we are in Shravana Dasa or not. Shravana means it's not just, okay, I'm formally hearing. Shravana Dasa is, we are hearing with great intent. Intentionally hearing. Purposefully hearing. To form something inside. That's Shravana Dasa. Even for the Shravana Dasa, you know, in the beginning, Jiva Goswami says in his Sandarbhas, in the beginning, there is a lot of inquisitiveness. We are just looking for information gathering. So we kind of hear from everywhere. Everywhere. That is in the beginning stage. Information gathering is beginning stage. But after it, Jiva Goswami Pada says, I after some time, then the seeker is very specific about what they want to hear. Because by this time, if the spiritual seeker is sincere, then they're almost like on a mission, and on an internal mission. So they just don't hear from everywhere and anywhere, because they're on a mission for something inside. So they're very specific about what they hear, where they hear from, because they want their internal consciousness to be molded in a certain way. That internal molding has to happen. That's Varana Dasa. Internal molding happens not by our mental cooking imagination or even intellectual deliberation. No, molding doesn't take place like that. Internal molding happens when the Shravanam is done intentionally with a purpose and prayerfully, and then the internal molding happens. That will lead to Varana Dasa. So Shravana Dasa to Varana Dasa. This will take a sadhaka to the stage of Ruchi, Nishtha and Ruchi. And Nishtha will already manifest. And when the hearing becomes very specific, by the time of this Varana Dasa, it means the sadhaka is very grounded in the Bhakti. That's why they are very specific about what they are hearing. Like that. So by the time of this Varana Dasa, the molding is happening inside. This is how the Raga Bhakti starts. The Ruchi is generated from within. Ruchi to Krishna that's present in all the angas of Bhakti. Krishna that's present in all aspects of Bhakti. That's Ruchi. Yeah. So in this way, the Varana Dasa will take the next stage, when the Ruchi becomes very condensed to asakti, great attachment to the Lord. So much attachment, inseparable, like an inseparable attachment to the Lord. Morning till evening, at any point of time, there is great attachment to anything pertaining to the Lord. They literally savor, relish with great attachment. It's like almost non-stop relishing. Morning till evening, the days and months together. As the days pass, days and nights pass, as the externals change, all these backgrounds may change, but there is great attachment and constant relishment because of the spiritual body that is forming within. That's asakti. At that stage comes smarana. That is called smaranavastha. Smaranavastha is, it's almost like the body just moves automatically. The external functioning just happens automatically. External dealings, they just happen automatically. But there is something very important, very relishing that happens internally. That's smarana avastha. So in this way, Shravana and Dasa has to take us to that smarana avastha before we quit this mortal frame. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam yachatte ante kalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sada tat bhava bhakta. Yeah. So how do we know if we are at least in Shravana Dasa? We are, first thing is, we are very specific about what we want to hear and who we want to hear from also, because we want that internal molding to happen. That's why. That's one thing. Second thing is, the Shravanam, there is a great thirst to hear that non-stop. So much so that though we are not hearing externally, the hearing is constantly going on internally. This is what molds us inside. So when this is happening, how would a sadhaka be outside? Every day is important to them. Every hour, every moment is important. Every moment is purposeful, not lost. Every moment is purposeful. Every moment is prayerful. So days and nights, they just happen. The bodily activities, they just happen. But it's a purposeful existence, prayerful existence. Purposeful and prayerful existence starts. That's Shravana Dasa. That's how we know. And then it proceeds further, like that. So when we are hearing every day, this we want to remember. How much of my Shravanam is going to Smaranam, like that. Like that, Mataji. That's all. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Mataji. And thank you, all the devotees. That's all from this side.
Hare Krishna. Thanks. So nicely explained, Mataji. Shravana Dasa to Smarana Dasa. Thanks.
That is only we have heard only until Smarana Avastha. But after that is Bhava Apanna Dasa, Prema Sampatti Dasa. That is for later. But at least we should come to that Smarana Avastha. Yeah. Yes. That's all.
Thanks, Mataji. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very